Good afternoon, dears. So let's start with the pencil drawing today. Okay, so for that, just keep your paper in portrait mode, and you can use any grade pencil. You can start with HB pencil or a 2H pencil for drawing, and then you can shade. Okay, so let me start by drawing a horizontal line through the middle or a bit on the top part of your paper. And after that, for drawing that bridge part, we have to draw another short horizontal line below that. Okay, so this below this line is the below that first line is the water region, and above is the sky or where we are going to fill the mountains. And that below part, we are adding one horizontal line for the bridge. So now we have to add two slanting lines from either tip of our bridge or that horizontal line which we have drawn. So once you finish that much, you may add some vertical lines on the bridge for that supporting things of the bridge. Okay, so just add some thick vertical lines and try to make it vertical lines. There's a chance to make it go its landing when you're drawing. So just make sure you're drawing exact vertical lines like this on the tip, and we may add more on the sides also, edges of the bridge also, but again try to make it vertical. If you have a lengthy bridge, you may add more lines, more vertical lines. So after that, we have to do the detailings of the bridge. So we have to add some slanting lines for the wooden planks of our bridge. Okay, so we are adding one vertical line through the middle and two slanting lines on either side. And in between you may add some short horizontal lines just to show the edges of that vertical, I mean the planks, the wooden planks. Okay, so simply with your pencil itself just keep adding some vertical, I mean horizontal short lines, leaving a particular gap between each. Now I'm adding more and more small lines on between these parts. Okay, some normal rough lines. Okay, just for the detailings. Now we have to add the mountains. Okay, so I'm starting from almost on the tip part of the sheet. Okay, so it's got little very big mountains and making some rough lines in a slanting way, coming and closer to that horizon line which we have drawn. Okay, and starting one more mountain. So now it's your turn. You can just add any mountain, any size, any shape, any number. It's all up to you. So I have added like two big mountains and in between one mountain which is quite far away. So total three mountains in the frame. And once you finish the outline part of the mountain, just try to add one more line, sharp line like this in between each mountains. So it will give you a 3D effect for the mountains. And we can start some shading. So once the outlining part is done, you can simply give some shadows, shadings here and everywhere on the picture and smudge it using your fingers, or you can also use a tissue paper for that part. Okay. And now let's add some small bushes on the edges or that boundary of that line. Okay, so some small bushes. So I'm just drawing some vertical lines like this. Maybe some of them you can draw a little taller, some shorter, and some slanting also. See, it's just to give a bushy region which is quite far away on the valley of that mountain region. Okay, so just keep adding some lines from this end to that another end of the sheet. And once you're done with that, you need to add some reflection of this grass region into the water. So you have to make it very light, but just in opposite way or just some vertical lines right below our this grass region. Okay, so simply keep adding some vertical lines, but make it light because it's just a reflection only. So you don't have to draw it darker, draw it as light as possible. And also some small vertical lines in the water also, like very lightly I'm adding, but you can make it a little bit more darker also, totally fine, just for the ripples in water or some disturbance in the water, noise in the water. So you can simply keep adding some short lines inside the water area. Once you finish that much sketching part, you may use your finger to smudge this bit part and make it smooth. Instead of using finger, you can also use your earbud, the cotton swab, or a tissue paper also fine. Using any of this thing, you can just give smudge it and make it beautiful. Just as, and if any line is fading away once you have finished the smudging, you can just give a touch up over that. And finally, you can just add some birdies also, some small birds. For that, you can simply give some patches like this, some oval patches like this. As many number of birds you want, that many patches you can draw like this, and an oval shape spot like this. And we will add a small bit circle on the tip for head, a triangle for the tail, and the wings. That's it. And finally, if you want to add anything to your drawing, you can add more detailings. Okay, so I'm just adding one circle for a sun or moon or whatever. Okay, so sun or moon. And after that, you can add, maybe you can add something in the water, maybe a small canopy or a boat, anything, whatever comes to your mind which matches this scene. Please add and make it a beautiful piece of pencil works. And finally, don't forget to put your signature in somewhere on the top, not top, bottom corner, and mark the date also. And that's it, dears. Take care and do it nicely. And don't forget to share with me as well. Okay, take your time, slowly do, and send me. Take care then, all of you. Bye.